Hi guys, my name is Joe, and welcome to my channel, Fighting Words, the Martial Arts Library. So this is a segment I refer to as Media Fight Mondays. So on Media Fight Mondays, I take a fight scene from TV, movie, animation, etc., and I give it a play-by-play, and then I'll grade it based on realism as well as storytelling value. This week, I'm doing a fight scene from the movie Vanishing Son. It was a TV movie that came out in 1994. The basic story of the movie, we are following two brothers. Russell Wong plays Jian-Wa and Chi Moi-lo plays Wago Chang. They are seeking political asylum in the United States from China. And they're having a hard time making a living. At this point, they are roommates in a very rundown apartment building where they're being charged more than they really should be. Wago wants to leave and join a gang because he's like, there's no way that we can make it this way. And Jian-Wa is he can play the violin. He's actually really good at playing the violin. So he has an in to getting into an orchestra. And that's his hope, is to make it that way. And right now, Jian-Wa is trying to keep Wago from leaving to join the gang. On another note, the choreographer for this is Roger Yuen. He's done a number of movies, both as an actor and a choreographer. Shanghai Nights is one you might know him from. So in order to see the action, I have slowed this down to half speed. So low punch is blocked, spin kick is ducked, punch to the body, looked like a side kick that was deflected. That was some sort of skipping in lead round kick, and then we get a side kick, spinning back kick that lands. And now we're in a clinch. And they go through the door. Jian-Wa grabs Wago. Wago does like a hook kick from the ground to get away. Starts running. And for some reason, doing a front flip over a guy is the right way to go there. Wago throws a back fist. It's blocked. Jian-Wa grabs a kick. Could get a sweep from here. So he throws him into the wall. Wago does inside crescent kick. Jian-Wa grabs him. Wraps the arm. That looked like it could have been a standing arm lock. It's not uncommon. But as he went to wrap, Jian-Wa pulled his arm away, and Wago followed it in with a palm strike to the chest. So, with the distance that was created from the palm strike, Jian-Wa decided to throw a spinning wheel kick. Wago ducked. That put a hole in the wall. Wago decided to go for, I've heard it called an iron broom sweep. But he kneeled down and swept his leg in the motion of, basically a spinning wheel kick except from your knees. Missed Jian-Wa, or Jian-Wa stepped out of the way, and Wago knocked out all these railings. Now he's going to escape. Looks like another side kick. Another couple of kicks. It's dark, so that was a straight punch that lands. That looked like a front kick that was blocked, followed by maybe a round kick off of it without putting the foot down. And that looked like a kick that put him down the stairs. That was in this lady's house. and she doesn't want any part of that. They do some jawing. Nice punch. Jian-Wa sort of eats it. So that's a round kick to the body, spinning, jump spinning back kick to the back, knocks him forward into this room. Goes for that arm wrap and another punch to the body again. Double chop to the arms, blocks a punch, spin kick from the ground. Okay, you're not going to get that airborne and go back that far from that kick. So, again, what we saw in that sequence was, Wago did the double chop. Jian-Wa wound up dropping and spinning, doing a spinning back kick from his hands and knees. And again, you're not going to get that airborne. I do like this sequence. It's not part of the fight proper. Wago's butt's on fire. And he's getting hit with a frying pan from the lady. Jian-Wa puts out fire. Then immediately goes back to fighting him. And the lady starts hitting him too. Now they crash outside to the fire escape. That's a good punch. Knocks Jian-Wa back. Jian-Wa throws, looks like a snap kick. Follows him in with a couple of knees. You notice that he's grabbing the rail there and using that to pull himself into that. That will increase the power of the strike. Pulling yourself into it. Holding on to the railing for balance. It was an exchange of kicks and looked like an elbow. Is that a round kick to the back? Straight punch to the body. They're throwing an awful lot of punches to the body or strikes to the body with the arms. I'm a little surprised at the prevalence of those. I'm not sure why, but it seems like every time they get space, they go for punches or palm strikes to the body. Jian-Wa jumps over Wago. Jian-Wa catches Wago's kick again. Now they're in a tussle here at the corner. It was a punch or an elbow. And now they go over the top. Breaks the grip. There's a straight punch. Throws look like a front kick. Jian-Wa deflects it. The guy attacked him with a cleaver. Wago deflects it, grabs his arm, and throws it. And what's the most obvious cut scene of all time? Jian-Wa grabs it, throws it with bad intention, except he deliberately misses, and it lands in the wall. I don't think that could happen either. What kind of force do you have to be throwing a cleaver with so that it sticks into the wall instead of like bouncing off and breaking and all that? I don't know. Okay, let's grade this thing. So the first grade is for realism. Both characters here are supposed to be trained martial artists, and they fight like trained martial artists. Martial artists who were trained in long-range traditional Chinese styles. It's interesting that I couldn't find anything on Chimoy Lo's martial arts background. He's done many movies. I don't think... I strongly suspect that he trained martial arts for this role, and that might have been it. Meanwhile, Russell Wong, he does, among other things, Taekwondo and Tiger Claw, Kung Fu, Fu Jiao Pai. And Roger Yuan, the choreographer, among other things, well, the thing I was able to find on him was that he was a black belt in Chuck Norris's martial arts system. So, realism, yeah, like I mentioned, they had a lot of like straight strikes to the body, which I found interesting. Those aren't typically used in a whole lot of environments because, especially since they weren't really changing their levels, they were not squatting down to throw a punch at the body. They were standing upright and throwing strikes at the body. The danger with that is that your hand's down here, your head's up here. You know, my boxing coach called it punching downhill. You don't want to do that. It's not unrealistic. I think what might be a little unrealistic is that they didn't pay for that. You know, you're in a scrap, it is a very technical scrap, but when a guy's throwing a punch here, why wouldn't you just punch here and get him in the face? His face is up there. You know, you can sort of like fiddle with the realism of that. Technique selection, for the most part, I thought was pretty solid. They're a lot less bloody than I would have expected from, you know, as many kicks and punches as they took to the face. Although they were blocking a lot of each other's shots or dodging them. But still, they took a lot of punches to the face. And, you know, Wago's got a bit of a bloody nose. Yeah. I'd expect maybe some more cuts around the eyes. We saw in one, like, Jian-Wa just, like, tanked one of Wago's punches right to the jaw. I'm a little unsure of how realistic that was. But, yeah, as far as the technique selection goes, it looks like a technical scrap. I'm a little surprised that it stayed at a range where they could do that, you know, but again, if both people know that they are looking for that range. We saw a couple of kick catches. I think that was a nice touch. You know, it did get scrappy at times. They, you know, clinched up with one another. I don't know how much to count it as part of the fight, but, you know, Jian-Wa doing that, like, jumping front flip. Great for realism. Yeah, I'll give it a solid A. I think it's a pretty good demonstration, pretty good technique selection for people who have been trained in long-range classical Chinese martial arts, but who are seriously fighting as hard as they can against one another. As far as the storytelling goes, I really love this, actually. You know, there are moments of humor in them. We saw a lot of the environment coming into play, actually. You know, the environment taking damage. They went through a total of 3 doors and broke 2 of them. Jian-Wa put a hole in the wall. Wago just like destroyed that railing. They're fighting on stairs going up and down. So I really appreciate how that also played a part. And, you know, again, couldn't hear it because I got it muted, because I can't have the sound for these videos, but yeah, there was some dialogue like, you know, look what you did, you know, like there's, it's playful and they're brothers, but also they both have very serious goals. And finally, the emotion right at the end scene, just like, I'm just tired of all of this, you know, let me throw this, let me try to kill you. I'm going to infer that that wasn't really Wago's intention. He was just tired of being held back. You can feel that. You know, it's, especially if you watch the rest of the movie and some of the subsequent sequels to it, you know, he's very frustrated with his place in life. And, you know, older brother Jian-Wa doesn't want Wago to do the things that Wago wants to do. So yeah, just in frustration, I have something in my hand, I'm going to, you know, go away. That's the sensation I got with that. And then the response of Jean, like, I don't think he was aiming for Wago. He was like, I'm going to put this into the wall to show, like, I am deliberately making a choice to not hurt you, but I'm also going to still let you know, like, I am capable of this. You know, if it came down to it, I am capable of making you do what I want you to do. So, yeah, storytelling-wise, a solid A. I'm hesitant to give it an A+ because I'm not... If I set the standard there, then I don't know what another A+ fight would look like. Yeah, let's go with A+. I'm good with that. I will make an executive decision. It's my channel. So yeah, this is a fight that I really enjoy. Credit to Roger Yuen for, the choreography that he gave us, not only in this fight, but others that involve the brothers in particular. I think he did a good job of capturing the technical brawl style. There's a couple other fights in here. I think at one point, somebody has their hand against a fence and gets kicked in the hand. Like, interesting. And there's an earlier fight scene. Of course, I'm probably going to cover all these later, where actually two fight scenes where Wago and Jian-Wa like team up to defend themselves against multiple people. And it's clear just the continuity that they have. Like they know each other. Like when he does this, I know my next move is to do that. Because we're so in sync as brothers. And actually, in context with those earlier fights, that makes this one a little bit more heartbreaking. So if you can find this, I really enjoyed it. Russell Wong, I loved watching him in Vanishing Son, and then I also loved him in Romeo Must Die. Those also include some of my favorite fight scenes. The final fight between him and Jet Li, like all wire work aside, is really one of my most enjoyable fights. That's all I have for this week, folks, and thank you for joining me. And these come out on the first and third Mondays of every month. So catch the next one, please.